Okay, so what do you notice is different today? There's lots of words. Everything else is the same. What we're doing is exactly like yesterday, except we threw words in. Okay, they're not technically word problems, because it's not like Sally went to the store or anything. It's just physically describing what we did yesterday. Okay, so you have to work to put it in the form from yesterday and then solve it. Yes? Okay, so the first couple we have add. Well, what's the best part about addition? It's pretty much that order doesn't matter. Okay, so I can put these in parentheses and do 4x minus 2 plus 2x minus 3. But here's my question. With addition in the middle, do I need either of those parentheses? No, I don't. Okay, so when you see addition or add, you don't have to put parentheses. Okay, if you're better at just staying in the habit of doing it one way, then definitely keep the parentheses. Now it's just like yesterday. What can I combine? My like terms. What are my like terms? 4x and 2x. What's 4x plus 2x?
6x.
Okay, and then what's negative 2 minus 3? Negative 5. Okay, so the next one says subtract. Subtraction's different. Does order matter?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I want you to, yes. Look right behind you. Okay, so the word from tells us that we have to switch order, and I'm going to explain why. If I want to take something from you, don't you have to have it first? Right? Okay, so if I want to take something, I have to have this first. Okay? Therefore, order has to be flipped, switched, anytime you see the word from. So I'm going to do 2x minus 3 minus 4x minus 2. Because if you read this out loud, it says subtract 4x minus 2 from 2x minus 3. So I have to have the from 2x minus 3 first. Now, do I need this first set of parentheses? No, why not? Yeah, there's nothing in front of it, so we can totally ignore this first set of parentheses. What about the second one? Yeah, what do I have to do to get rid of it? I have to distribute what? That negative or negative 1. Okay, so negative 1 times 4x is what? Negative 4x. And then negative 1 times negative 2 is what? Plus 2. Now, what do I combine? 2x and negative 4x, what does that give me? Negative 2x. And then I have negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1. Okay, so I want y'all to try C while I take attendance super fast. Okay, so what should come first? The 2x plus 3 because it has from. And now what? What am I doing? Subtracting. And then the first one. So 7x minus 1. Okay, so we don't need this parentheses. And we have to distribute our negative 1. So that gives me negative 7x. 2 negatives makes a positive. and then I can combine my like terms. So 2x minus 7x is negative 5x. 3 plus 1 is 4. Any questions with those? What does the word from tell us to do? Switch. That's all we need to remember from the top. Okay, now the bottom. It says write each phrase as an algebraic expression. What's an expression? Kinda. There's no equal sign. It's just a bunch of terms. Okay, it's kind of like an equation, but there's no equal sign. Yes? Okay, and it says simplify if possible. So if we can simplify, we're going to simplify it, which is practicing what we learned yesterday. Now, it says let x represent the unknown number. What does x represent? Yes, what does x represent? The unknown number. Y'all, that, hint, hint, cough, cough, may or may not be on your test. X is just a placeholder for what you don't know. Okay? It's the unknown. Yes? Cool. Okay, so knowing that, it says twice a number. What does twice mean? Oh, freeze. Before we keep going, don't forget from means switch or flip. And if you see the word sum or difference, what is sum telling you to do? It's telling you to add, right? What is difference telling you to do? Okay, but if you see these words, you put parentheses every time. Okay, so now let's look at the first one. It says twice a number. What does twice mean? Two what? 2x. 2 times x, right? And then it says plus 9. This one's super simple. I like to label everything underneath. This problem, you don't necessarily have to do that, but some of them get a little long, and it's a lot to think about. So I label the underneath it as I go, and that just helps me not get lost. Okay, so this one, 2 times x is just 2x plus 9. Can that simplify? There's your answer. Okay, this one says 7 times, which means multiply, the sum. What did I say to put every time you see that? Parentheses. A number we don't know, so x and 2. Now, you always know when to close your parentheses. When you see an and, it's whatever comes after the and. So see how it said and 2, so after the 2, I close my parentheses. Does that make sense? Okay, well, sum tells me to do what in the middle? Add. Well, 7 times parentheses. Well, parentheses represent multiplication, so I don't have to put both. It's just this. So that is what that's saying. Yes? Okay, can that be simplified? Yeah, how do I simplify it? Distribute. What's 7 times x?
7x.
And what's 7 times 2?
14.
Okay, this one says the difference. What does it tell me to do when I see the word difference? Parentheses, a number, and 5. Now, what does difference tell me to put in the middle? Subtraction. So that's that first part. Then it said and 5, so that's how I knew how to close my parentheses there, right? Then it says subtracted, so I'm going to draw a subtraction from 6 times that same number we don't know, x. What if it said a different number? You just have to use a different variable, okay? Because it'd be a different unknown. That's all variables are. They're just placeholders for numbers we don't know, okay? But since it said the same number, we're going to use the same letter. Okay, what word did I skip over that we talked about earlier? From. What does from tell me to do? Switch. So what should come first? The 6x, right? And that's being subtracted from this parentheses x minus 5. Because of the word from, it changed everything, right?
Yeah, but for the subtraction, because you have to do like the one district.
We're going to need to, yes. Because the reason I did that is because of this word subtracted right here. It says subtracted from. So I knew that these two things needed to be subtracted. Okay, well, can I simplify it? How am I going to simplify it? Distribute. I can put the 1 here or just distribute the negative. So I have the 6x. That's not going to change. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And then negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. So what's 6x minus 1x? 5, did that have a like term? This other 5? No, so there's my answer. Okay, last one. It says triple a number. What does that mean?
3 times.
3 times what?
X.
Yeah, x, because we don't know the number. Then it says plus the sum, which tells me to use a parentheses, of a number and 7. Now, what am I going to put between that number and 7? Addition, because it said sum. You're exactly right. Now, did we see the word from here? So are we flipping anything or writing exact? So 3x plus x plus 7. Now what do? How would I simplify this?
Distribute the 1.
I could, but it's a positive 1. Does positive 1 change anything? No, so can we just cancel the parentheses? Yeah, so this is the same thing as 3x plus 7. So what are my like terms?
X and 3.
And what does that give me?
4.
And then does the 7 have a like term?
No.
There's my answer.